Today's video is going to be a lot of fun because I will tell you about perfumes that I used to rock back in the days when I was in high school, and while you're watching it, try to remember your high school fragrances and comment them down below. So with that being said, let's go and enjoy. So guys, I'm really glad to welcome all of you in today's video, which is gonna be about those fragrances that I wore in high school, and I am very excited about it because I think this video is gonna be different from my typical reviews in which I describe the way perfumes smell, tell you about the notes and all that jazz. Well, I'll still do that, but in a different manner, in a more personal way. And before we get started talking about perfumes I wore in high school, I need to tell you that since I can remember myself, I have always been obsessed with perfumes. For example, my mom had an amazing collection of high-quality fragrances from big brands like Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, Dior, Guerlain, and I loved to smell them. I loved to mix them, creating something new and my own. And since those days, my goal was to wear a very special perfume because I find perfume is an amazing tool how to express yourself, and I did not want to smell like everybody else. That's why even when I was a teenager, I wore very special perfumes, and in the end of this video I'll tell you if I still like them as much as I did. And with that being said, let's get started with the first fragrance that I was obsessed with, and it was my true gem back in high school, and it is this baby right here, Hypnose by LANCOME. And I'm pretty much sure that the majority of you are familiar with this scent. It has been around since 2005, and I believe that is actually the time when I got it. It was pretty new. I smelled it in the store and I loved it right away. And here is another really fun fact. I loved to go to fragrance shops as I was a teenager, a girl, and I went from one bottle to another smelling each and single fragrance in the shop. Can you imagine that? I was crazy already as a child about scents. I love to smell things, and if you want even crazier information, here you go. I was not only obsessed with perfumes, I also loved to smell different things, not only natural and lovely stuff like flowers or trees or something else. No, I went to the normal supermarket and I smelled those cleansing things that you can wash your clothes with or cleanse your dishes with, and I smelled all the different flavors just because I love to smell different things. So I remember I found out Hypnose, and it was so beautiful. It was something so unusual, something that has never been done before, and it is still one of the best designer fragrances till this day. There is nothing like it out there. It is very, very unique, and it surely smells sweet. Vanilla in here is huge, but it is not that very much gourmand. It is also floral. We have two white flowers in the heart, such as gardenia and jasmine. I don't get a lot of jasmine. I'm not the biggest fan of jasmine, and thanks God in here it is not too strong, at least for me it is not. And in the top we have passion flower. Now with that I'm not sure because I have no idea how it smells in real life, but I can tell you that this perfume smells like a miracle. It smells like magic. Do you know how in cartoons sometimes when, for example, a girl turns into a princess and she twists in circle, and there is almost like that powder sparkles and you can't see the girl for a second, and then the next minute you see her, she is this princess and she went through the transformation, and you saw only glitters and stuff. this is how it smells to me. It smells like something magical and sweet and girly, but at the same time elegant and exquisite and unique, one of a kind. And I love that it really stays long on the skin and clothes. I remember I rocked it so often. I think I got it in the winter. Probably that was my Christmas gift, I'm not sure. And I wore it in the 5th and 6th grade, and that was actually the best time of my life. Not the best, but one of the best times in my life. I used to go to school with my friend Tanya, who you know from my videos with her, and we went to the same kindergarten, then to the same school. We were in the same class till the 4th grade, and then she changed the school, and then she came back. And in the 5th grade, in the second half of 5th grade, I fell in love with rock music. I discovered Rammstein, I discovered AC/DC, Metallica, and so many different hard rock and roll bands, and I was obsessed. And when I love something and I'm excited about, I inspire others. So I took Tanya on that rock and roll journey, and we used to wear rock and roll things in the 6th grade. We were bullied a little bit, but not really intensely, and we just had so much fun in school. We laughed all day, every day. We used to skip school. I hope that is how you call it. We went home, we did crazy things, and you might think 6th grade is the coolest time. Like, what could happen in the 6th grade? It's pretty boring, right? I'm telling you, 6th grade, best time. We went home, we went to dance classes, we listened to rock music. We just had time of our life, and that was the fragrance that I wore back then. I remember those snowy winter days in Ukraine, and just laughing, just having so much time, not carrying much. Don't get me wrong, we were good in school, and oh my god, that was the perfume that I associate with that time, and I can still wear till this day. In my opinion, this is a magnificent designer fragrance, and it will always be a favorite of mine. So with that being said, Hypnose was my signature in high school, and it is still my signature designer scent. If you want to know what is my favorite designer fragrance, that is Hypnose by LANCOME. Alrighty, let's move on to the next one, which is the signature apple from Nina Ricci. And with this one I associate my cousin, who I was very close with when I lived in Ukraine, especially when I was in high school. She used to stay with me and my mom very often. She lived not that far away, but she had closer way to her college when she stayed at our home, and we just were on the same wave, and I just loved hanging out with her. She is 5 years older, and we just had a lot of fun with her, like super much fun. And that was around the same period, 6th, 7th grade, and I believe that is when this fragrance was launched, and she used to wear it, she had it, and when she slept at our home, she had her perfume with her, and I just love to wear others' perfumes sometimes, just because I didn't have a lot of fragrances, but I wanted to smell different all the time, if you know what I mean. So I borrowed this fragrance sometimes, and I remember I sprayed myself with it, went to school, and I could smell it all day long, and that was just amazing. Honestly, till this day I find that this fragrance is something marvelous. Oh my god, this perfume, it is glamorous. My cousin is super beautiful, like she is damn beautiful, okay? And this perfume I associate with her, and she's just like this tall girl with super lots of hair, curly hair, big boobs, a smile like Angelina Jolie, huge dark blue eyes. Like, it is impossible not to fall in love with her. And she used to wear this perfume, and it's so glamorous, sweet, fruity, girly, but at the same time so seductive, but in a very playful way. And I love this perfume. I bought it for this video. I sprayed it on myself, and I was like, damn it, like it is so good. And to me personally, this one and Hypnose, those are one of the best designer fragrances that have ever been created, in my personal opinion. And I love this scent. I just love it. I'm obsessed with this perfume. If you know it, let me know what do you think about Apple by Nina Ricci. I find this perfume is something that is so particular, it's super recognizable, it stays in your memories, and once again I associate great time with it. I remember I wore it in the beginning of the spring, but it was warm already, so maybe April, maybe. Actually, she just called me. I just talked to her on the phone. That's ridiculous. I hope she's watching, because she does not watch my videos, because she says, I don't understand, I don't wear that much perfume. But see, I talked about you and this perfume, guys. Like, if you're in high school, you need this fragrance. It is amazing. I have nothing bad to say about it. Projection, longevity, uniqueness, everything is in here. Okay, and the last but not least fragrance is Bright Crystal by Versace, and I have really cool memories about it because I associate it with three persons: with my friend Tanya, with my cousin Lera, and with myself. Actually, when it came out, they both got it as presents, and they wore it a lot. And every morning when I met with Tanya and we drove to school, she wore it and she applied it heavily. So I associated with her and with my cousin, and I actually do love it now. I didn't love it back then because they overdid it, but right now I find this is such a watery, springish, light floral scent with power and this extremely elegant feminism in there. It is almost girly, but at the same time feminine and grown up, but still so light and youthful. And it is on the super fresh side, and once again I associate both of them, and I had amazing time with them. I associate it with winter because Tanya's birthday is in winter, and that was the time when she got it, and I remember she wore it a lot. I believe she loved it very much, and I find that this is a great perfume for a very gentle and feminine girl. But Tanya is quite rebellious, and she has always been like that, so I don't know, I associate it with a rebel, even though it is a very feminine scent. So I find that if you are a rebel and you want something fresh and floral, or you aren't a rebel and you want something like a peony and gentle floral blossoms in the air and this cooling air and just a splash of water in your perfume, that is Bright Crystal. I find it as something very particular. I've never smelled anything from designer brands like it, and a lot of brands nowadays try to create scents like that, but no one has done it better than Versace with their Bright Crystal. So let me know, what do you think about this perfume? It has been around for a while, so I'm sure you are familiar with it. And that basically completes this video. I kind of like this type of video in which I share with you my personal experience and memories with perfumes, and I like that these are popular designer fragrances that you are also familiar with. And I'm thinking of creating a series of videos in which I talk about my personal memories with perfumes, and the idea, the name for that series is Fragrant Story. So let me know what you think about the name, about that idea. If you like it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you had fun watching it, and let me know in the comments which perfumes you wore in high school, and are you in high school now, or how was it back in the days wearing perfumes. I'm very curious to hear from you. I love to chat with you, so don't be shy, comment below, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that. That will help me out, and thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, smell good, and we'll see each other in the next one really soon. Bye guys!